Now momentarily here in my office, everybody is restricted to come near me so I don't have to wear a mask. Every close contact I have with other people builds up my level of anxiety. So you see, I am just as anxious as everyone else in this time of the pandemic with all the restrictions and limitations being imposed. Restrictions seem to have defined the new normal. We are restricted to hold face-to-face meetings, to go to the mall, to attend religious congregations, just to maintain the universal policy on social distancing. So what used to be often became unfrequented. What used to be usual became rare. And we feel less because emotions are strongly connected to movement and expression. More movement and expression means we feel more. Less movement and expression means we feel less. We might be in a situation when we feel less lonely and sad, but we always have an option to see things differently and choose to be creative, restorative, and innovative. When we learn that schools will be open in August, we start to think about the things that we can't do and we don't have. We don't have online resources. Our teachers can teach online. Our student can access online learning. And so on and so forth. The list can be endless. But I really believe that the first step to take in order to thrive in the new normal is change of mindset. Rather than thinking to be less, think to be more. And so in this session, I will talk about the banner program of Misamis Oriental Division, dubbed as Be More.
Optimization is the design and operation of a system or process to make it as good as possible in some defined sense, while maximization is the act of raising something to its greatest value or extent. Using these principles will ensure that the utilization of resources and implementation of initiatives will be done in a way that it will get the best results. The big question now is, do we have resources? The answer is we don't have if we focus on what we don't have. But we have resources in our possession and within our control. What are these resources? They come in 4 T's: treasure, talent, technology, and time. Treasure represents our financial resources. We need to do realignment of resources by revisiting our strategic plan and division education development plan. There are program strategies and modalities that are no longer relevant. There are also emerging needs that we need to prioritize, hence the realignment. Even our school budget must be reviewed. Our special education fund must be revisited to ensure that it supports the expenditures identified in our learning continuity plan. Talent represents our human resources. Imagine our thousands of teachers and personnel. That is a great deal of human resources. And we need to tap these resources now. Each teacher is a repository of teaching techniques and strategies that are time-tested and are quality assured based on the products that they have produced over the years. Currently, we are pulling our resources together by inviting teachers to write modules that can be used in online and offline modalities throughout the school year. By maximizing talent and skills of our teachers, we save money and time in coming up with lesson exemplars that can be used by all teachers. So, before we go outside and look for resources on teacher training, let's look at our best practices first that work best in our own context. One strategy on how we optimize the use of technology is through our project modem, or Misamis Oriental Digital Mainstreaming. We see to it that a system is established before we conduct training on content so no teacher is left behind. Now, 100% of our districts has established the ICT network, which facilitated the delivery of training and other initiatives to the doorstep of our teachers. Time is the most important resource ever. Once time is gone, it's gone forever. It's a limited resource that expires every day. So instead of just getting petrified in one corner and do nothing except to wait until the pandemic is over, let's innovate, create, and look for solutions. Some major innovations that we have conducted are the following. SOAR 2.0. This is scaling up organizational accountability and responsibility. This is our capability building program for the supervisors and school heads on digital leadership. Considering that we now operate in a new leadership environment we describe as VUCA, volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous world, it is a must to open opportunities to our education leaders to acquire fresh new perspectives on school leadership. ELEVATE stands for Enhancing Learning in Virtual and Actual Thinking Environments. This is to ensure that methodologies used in teaching are varied, learner-centered, and multimodal. This project highlights the adoption of blended learning and other available alternative delivery modes and the promotion of critical thinking and 21st century skills acquisition.
This COVID-19 crisis is a test of our character. The more resilient we are, the easier we can navigate through this challenging situation. The more creative we are, the more we can discover solutions and intervention. And the more we can foster a sense of normalcy in this time of the need. Be More is not just an initiative, it's a mindset.